Hey everybody, it is Stork and I'm here at Saltire Games and we are going to do an unboxing today of Citadels from Z-Man Games. It is a 2 to 8 player game and it plays in 30 to 60 minutes. I just played this one over the weekend. It is really fun, sort of, I don't want to say simple, but it's easy to learn, I guess. There's a lot of strategy to it, but it plays a great range of player count, which I really like. So let's take a look at what's in the box, and I'll try to explain this as best I can. So this is sort of a deception game where you're trying to trick people about who you are. One other cool thing about the game is that there's lots of different roles. I don't know if you can take the plastic off first and see if I can show this before this gets punched. So there are, if you can see, there's an 8 here, an 8 here, an 8 here. Oops, there we go. Like an 8, an 8. I'm pointing at 8s, I hope. And an 8. So there's 4, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2. So there's 3 versions of every character. The reason that's important is because it changes the gameplay up. So you don't just always play with the same characters, and they all have different abilities. So that's a really cool aspect of this game as well, that it's not stagnant. So these are the cards. I don't want those, I want these. So let me show kind of an example of that. So here's some 1s. Here's the 3 1s, and they all have different abilities on them. So I might play a game with this one or this one, but I'm not going to play a game with 2 1s. But it just makes it different. The assassin, this is the one that I played with. In my version of the game, if you take this one, you can kill somebody. Basically stop them from having a turn. But there's all kinds of different cards that counteract each other, which is just really, really cool. And basically what you're trying to do are build these structures, which are these guys here. So let me open this one up. So these structures cost at the top here, and then it tells you what they are. It tells you kind of what faction they are in. We have a can't see that there. All right, so we have a job aid card, or whatever you want to call it, that tells you what the factions: noble, religious, trade, military, and unique. So those are kind of what these little symbols down here mean. But there's all kinds of different buildings, and some of the buildings give you special things that you can do on your turn, like these guys. So the keep would have a special ability that it could do as well. So some of the buildings are more expensive than others, some do better things. There is a Warlord, which is this fine guy right here, and he can tear down your buildings. So it kind of, like I said, everything cancels itself out. The only other thing inside the box here are our coins. So these are coins that we're going to use as money, and the crown, which just signifies who is the king for that round. These coins back in so I don't lose them. So you have this, it's a cool little mold of a crown. And I'm going to look really quick because I played, obviously, one game that had the king. Ah, there we go. So we have a king, an emperor, and I don't know what that guy is. Patrician. Definitely says patrician. I don't know what that is. But anyway, so those are essentially your kings. So your number 4 card is always your kings. And that's pretty much everything inside the box. Basically what you do is you will card draft like you would in 7 Wonders or Sushi Go or anything like that, but you have a limited amount of cards because there's the 1 through 8, depending on player count. So the first person, whoever is the king, will choose and the one I played was a 6-player count. So the first person was the king. They would look through the cards. One of the cards would be out randomly, so you'd shuffle up and one card would be out randomly. So the king would be the only one to know what that card is because they could, by process of elimination, see. And then you pass them around and kind of card draft. So then at that point, you play in the turn order. So number 1 was going to go first. So if I'm the assassin, I go first and I pick a number. And then on that number's turn, they would be assassinated and wouldn't get to go, but they don't reveal it until their turn. So I could, in theory, pick a number that was not even in the game. So it's kind of a little bit of chance. I think there's a lot of card counting to it and kind of knowing what's the probability and odds are, which I like a lot about this game. So that was Citadels. It is a very cool game, plays a lot of players. You can definitely get people that aren't hardcore gamers into this one very quickly. So thank you guys so much for watching. Follow us on YouTube, subscribe, comment, click like, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of that stuff. And we will see you guys next time.